Alright guys, so in this video we're going to be finishing off a few stuff uh, like the trunk hinges and the piece of lights we have going on down here, and maybe the lights that are up here. So let's get to work by beginning with the hinges. That was the main thing I wanted to make today. So let's go over to the back view real quick. So just hold on Control and press numpad 1 to get into the back view. And let me just enable this for you guys real quick so you can see what buttons I'm pressing. Alright, so let's take this and let's go into edit mode. Now we're going to take these two and press shift and S and choose cursor to selected. And then what we're going to do next is to add in let me get onto the side view like this. I think we should work on this below first. So let's get down here, go into edit mode, and let's take these two and press shift and S and choose cursor to selected. Now we're going to get into the side view and let's add in a mesh circle. Alright, so we're going to bring up this menu here, and we're going to drop the number of vertices to, I don't know, something like 10 should be good. Alright, so we'll go with something like 10. It's loading right now. There we go. So I'm going to go into edit mode. I want to scale this down very small. I mean, we could have just duplicated this. This hinges over here. Come on, this hinges over here and used it, but I want to make this a whole new one because you can see this one is quite different from what we have over there. So let's go into edit mode. I want to scale this down to be very small like this, and let me rotate this in the y-axis and type in 90. I'm going to go over to the top view, go into wireframe. I don't see it here, so here's what I'm going to do. In order to get the size right, what I want to do is I want to get out of edit mode and I want to go in here. Come on, my middle mouse button is actually disturbing me a little bit, but it should take me through. So I'm going to take all of this, press shift and D to duplicate it, move it in the y-axis, press P and separate the selection. Now I'm going to take that one right here. I'm going to remove the mirror modifier. Let me just get over here and I'll take this one as well and press Control and J to join them together. Now I'm going to go into edit mode. I'm going to deselect this one and move this all the way here to about this point right here, and that should help me. Where's the other one? Okay, right there. So I want to move over to the top view like this. I want to place this over this one just so I can get the size right like that. So I'm going to take all of these, go over to the top view. I'm going to scale it out till it falls about the right size, which I think is about here like this. Alright, so that is great. Now what I'm going to do next is let me take all of this and press X and delete the vertices. Now we have the right size going on. So let me get over to the back view, go into wireframe. Alright, so there's our image in the blueprint that we need to actually create this. So I'm going to press G and move this down here, and you can see it's actually the right size. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press E and then Z, extrude this all the way up to here like this. And let me just go over here. I'm going to take this, press F, go over here, take this and press F. Now let's add in a subdivision surface. And now let's just press Control and R3 here. Let's change to edge select mode first. And let's add in about, I don't know, 20 edges. And then let's deselect this edge, deselect that edge, press X and dissolve the rest of the edges. Now I'm going to take the edge over here to select that whole face, take the edge over here to select that whole face, and we're going to press I to insert the faces just a little bit like that. Press I again to insert it all the way to the middle, very nicely like that. Alright, so it inserts on both sides, and that is what we're looking to achieve. So let me just press Control and R3 here, add one here, and I'll add one over here as well. I want to click on Object and select Shade Smooth to give it a smooth shading. And as you can see, it's still not sharp, so I'm going to press Control and R3 here, add in one over here, add one over here as well. Take this, dissolve the edges. I'm going to do the same thing over here, add one here, add one over here. Take this, dissolve the edges. I'm going to dissolve this edge as well, and the one up here as well. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that is good enough. Alright, so let me just go over here. Let me get to back view again, go to wireframe. I'm going to press Control and R3 here, add in 2. I'm going to press S and Z and scale this up to about here like this. I think that is about it. Yep. I'm just going to get over to this side. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to press V to actually separate this. Now you can see it's a separate object right here. I want to scale it in the z-axis again, just a little bit, to give it a tiny bit of gap in the middle there, like that. So that should be good. I want to select all of this and hide it. I'm going to take all of this, I'm going to press F, and also here I'm going to press F. Now let me see, I'm going to add in, I don't know, let me see, how much do we want to add in here? Let me see, let's just keep adding it in until it's about the same size as the one below. So I think 20 should be good. Now let's deselect the top two and dissolve the rest of the edges. I'm going to do the same thing here, 20. Deselect the bottom two and dissolve the rest. So I want to get over here, take this and take that. I'm going to press I. Come on, press I to inset the faces. Taking a look at this one as reference, we're going to press I to inset the faces. And I think we're going to set it to about here, like this. And I'm going to press Ctrl and R through the middle, add one here, and do the same thing here, add one there. Now let's press Alt-H to bring everything back. Now we're going to hide the top and bottom. Now we're going to do the same thing with this. So take these two, press F. I'm going to press I to insert it a little bit like that, press I again to insert it a little bit like that. Now in this area, I think we're going to have to add in 40 loop cuts, like that. Deselect the top two, come on, and deselect the bottom two and dissolve the rest. Now press Alt-H to bring everything back, and you can see what we have, except I think the space might be too much. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me press Ctrl and R through here, add in one more over here, so we'll dissolve these ones. I'm going to do the same thing with the one at the bottom. I'm going to dissolve these ones. Now what I'm going to do now is to hide all the top and bottom. And then let's go over to the top here. I'm going to press Ctrl and R through here, dissolve this one. I'm going to press Ctrl and R through here, dissolve this one. Now let's press Alt-H to bring everything back. We're going to hide this one as well. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this. Add one in there, dissolve this one, and add one in here and dissolve this one. So yeah, that should pretty much make it closer as much as it can. Now let's take both of these and let's press S and then Z and scale it. Let me get to the back view. Yeah, so S and then Z, and then let's scale it up until it's pretty close like that, as you can see. Nice. So what we're going to do next is, let me see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this one and I'm going to hide it. And let me just go into local view right now. Alright, let me go over to the top view, get into wireframe. So I want to select the vertices. We want to try something here. So I'm going to take all of these over here. I don't know if this will work, but I want to take all of those and we're going to press X. Well, first of all, let me take 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to press Shift and S and choose Cursor to select it. Now I'm going to go back and select the ones that we selected before, that is all of these. And I think what we can do now is to press X and delete the vertices, like that. Alright, so I want to take all of these now. And I'm going to go over to the top view. I'm going to press E and then Y. I'm going to change the pivoting point to 3D cursor. I'm going to press S and then Y and type in 0, like that. So what I'm going to do now is to add in 1 in the middle of each one, like that, on all sides, like that. And what I'm going to do next is, let me see. Let me take, I think this continues all the way in. So let me take these two. I'm going to press F until we get here. I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. Press F until we get here. Do the same thing here. Press F until we get here. And I'll do the same thing here as well. Press F until we're here. Alright, so with that done, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take, let me zoom into this area. 1, 2, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, 3, 4. Come on. There we go. I think those are the right ones. I'm going to take those 4 and press F. I'm pretty sure those were the right ones. Yep. Now I want to take these two on the inner side, like this. I want to press F all the way to the other side, like that. So yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay. see. Alright, this is not looking too bad. Let me press Ctrl and R3 here. Let me go into edge select mode. And then press Ctrl and R3 here. Let's add in about 20. And let's deselect 2 on each ends like that and dissolve the rest. Now let's get out and take a look at how this looks. Alright, not bad. I think we can keep it, but I don't know, this area looks, I think it should look more rounded than what we have going on right now. I don't know, I mean, I could be wrong, but maybe. Alright, I'll just keep it that way. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take all of these edges now, and I'm going to press E and then Y, extrude this back about the same length as the one on the right, and then E and then Y, extrude this back again. And I'm going to press E and then Y and extrude this all the way in, like that. Alright, that's good. So let me just press Ctrl and R3 here, add this very close to this area just to, you know, sharpen up that area much better. As you can see, that is looking great. Alright, so pretty much that's what I want to do with this area over here. So let me just press Alt and H, that is this one over here. And let me go over to the top view. Alright. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Let me take all of these and hide it. I'm going to go over to the top view, go into this side, and let me see. First of all, I'm going to take this edge right here, press Shift and S and choose Cancel to select it. Go over to vertex select mode. Let's go over to the top view, go into wireframe. I'm going to take all of these ones here, press X and delete the vertices. Now I'm going to take this and then that, go over to the top view, press E and then X, and then press S and then X and type in 0, like that. Alright, so I'm going to go over to the back view now. Let's get out of local view and let's go over to the back view. So I'm going to go into edit mode, and this is what we have. So what I'm going to do next is, let me see, let me just pull it back a little bit more to about here, like this. Alright, not bad. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do with this side as well. I'm going to take this one, press F all the way to that side, and I want to take this one here as well, press F all the way to that side, and that should be looking quite good. Let me just press Ctrl and R3 here. I'm going to move this close to this area right here like this, and I'm going to take this all the way to there, like that, as you can see. And I'm going to take the exact same thing below. Just hold down Shift, select that one, hold on Control, and click on this one, and it should give you all of those ones. Now let's get into the back view. I'm going to press E, S, and then Z, and then extrude this all the way up to about here, like this, like in a blueprint. But I think it's the same height as the main one on the left. So let me just extrude it all the way here. Let me go out, or let me press Alt and H to bring everything back. I'm going to press Shift and L on this, and Shift and L. Okay, so deselect all of those. Now I'll just press S and Z and make sure it's about the same height as this one over here. I'm going to press B for the ruler, and you can see, I think it's pretty much the same height. Let me just bring it down a little bit. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, so all that we're going to do next is, let me see. We are going to take, first of all, let me hide all of these again. So let me add in, I don't know, let's go to edge select mode. Let me add in 10 loop cuts. I'm going to deselect these two and deselect that one and dissolve the rest. I'm going to add in 10 again, deselect these two and deselect that one and dissolve the rest. Now I'm gonna add in one more in the middle of each of these ones, that is the top and the bottom, and I'm going to take all of these edges on the sides like that, and I want to get to the back, go into wireframe. I'm going to press E and then X, extrude this in the X axis all the way to about here, that is, I think, to this point. Now I'm pretty much taking a look at my gap between the area over there, so there we go. Alright, so I think this might actually be too thick, I'm not sure, but whatever, I think it will still work out. Yeah, it should still work out, just that this one is actually poking out too much. We'll end up moving it in once we're done, but let's try and get this area right. So I'm going to press Ctrl and R3 here, add one in here, press E and then F, or just E and bring it close to this area like that. I'm gonna press Ctrl and R through the middle here, and there we go. So you can see that is looking great. Let me press Alt and H to bring everything, and yeah. So let me take all of these ones. I'm gonna get over to the top view, and now we have to make sure this side looks curved. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold down Control and right click like that. Or maybe I could just, I'm not sure. Maybe I could just take all of this, press Shift and D, duplicate it, move it over here, and I'm just change the pivoting point back to median point. I'm gonna rotate this by 90, and I'm gonna move this all the way to this side. Let me get over to the back view. Let me see. I think the gap is actually too small. I don't know, maybe we're gonna have to make it much bigger. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can make it bigger. So I'm gonna take all this. I think we might be able to. Maybe. Let's go into vertex select mode. Let me take a look at all of these. Okay. Let me see. Maybe I have to dissolve this one and dissolve that one. And I want to take all of these over here. Hope I have all of them selected. Yeah. And I want to move it in the x-axis all the way back like that to about this point, I think. And I want to take all of these ones over here as well. There's all of these. Oh no, let me see. Yeah, all of these. I want to move it in the z-axis, no, including that one over here, except for that. And let's move it in the z-axis all the way up to about there. I think should be good. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems. Does it? Nope, it doesn't. Let's get on over here and let's do the same thing over here as well. So we're gonna take, let me see. Yep. Let me see. Okay, we have shrink wrap going on, so we don't have a problem moving this around. So let's go back in here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this one and dissolve it, and now I'm gonna use the knife tool again, and then cut it from here all the way to there. And I'm gonna press E. I'm gonna do the same thing here, cut it from here all the way to there, and press space to confirm it, and you can see that is looking great. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Now I'm gonna take all of these ones from here all the way to here, and I'm gonna move it down in the z-axis to that point like that. I'm gonna take all of this, dissolve it, use the knife tool, cut this from here to there, press E, and I'm gonna cut it from here as well to there, and press space to confirm it, and there we go. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to do the same thing with this side, but once we get there we'll do it. So yeah, let's finish this off. I want to take this one, let's go into edit mode, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this, and I don't know, maybe I should move this a little bit in the x-axis, just a little bit. And I want to take all of this, press space and type in bridge, and select bridge edge loops. Alright, so once you do that, just bring up this menu here, and let me see, let's increase the number of cuts to something like, I don't know, something like just 2 or something, and then let's reduce the softness. So we're just gonna drop down the softness or something. You know, let's undo that. Let's bring this back a little bit more. So I'm gonna push it back just a little bit more to about this point, like that. Should be good. Okay, let me just take all of this, move it in the x-axis like that. And I'm gonna take all of this, move it in the y-axis like that. Remove this in the x-axis. Alright, so I'm going to take all of this again and bridge edge loops. I'm going to increase the number of cuts to, I don't know, 2. And I think the softness might actually be good, but let's try bringing it down some more, maybe. Okay, so to about there should be good. I don't know if that's too smooth, but I might actually go with that. I'm not sure. Now let me try this again. Let me undo all of that. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, let's try this again. So bridge edge loops. Let's see how we can, what we can get with just with just one cut. And let me see. Come on. What is going on? Okay, so I don't know what is going on, but my PC is literally lagging right now. Let me try typing in the values. 0.7. Yeah, it's definitely lagging. Sorry about that. Let's increase the number of cuts to something like, I don't know, 3. Alright, so let's go with 3. And, oh no, let's go with 2. Let's go with 2. And, yeah, let's keep the factor right there. So I'm gonna go with this. I don't think it's bad. Alright, so I'm gonna take all of this one now. I'm gonna press E and then Y, extrude it in the Y axis like that, and E and then Y again, like that, all the way in, like that, and that is pretty much the hinge. It's pretty big, but that is what we're going for. So I'm gonna take all of this and I'm gonna move it in the Y axis. Of course, it's pretty close to this area. I'm gonna get to the side view so we can actually use the blueprint to tell how far in we have to move this. So we're gonna move it in pretty close, like that, until we have a very tiny gap over here, like this. Alright, let me just click here to get rid of the cursor. And there we go. Let me drop this to 1. We don't need 2. I don't know how it will look without 1, but yeah, we definitely need 1. Or not. So we'll just activate it at 1. So now all that is left is I'm going to go over to the back view and I'm going to add in a, I don't know, a mesh cube. I could just do this. Let me go in here. I'm going to take all of these ones over here and I'm going to press Shift and D to duplicate it. And I'm going to press S to scale it up, or just press P to separate the selection. I'm going to take that one now. Press Ctrl and A and apply rotation and scale. And I'm going to scale it up like, let me see. Let me just get onto the back view. Let me see. Let's see. Maybe I can get rid of the vertices in the middle. That is all of these vertices here, including the ones here. Let's dissolve those vertices. Now let me see. We have more on this side as well. So just select all of those. Dissolve the vertices. Now this is all we have. Alright. Let's get onto the back. I'm going to scale this up just a little bit beyond the edges of the main hinge. So I'm going to scale it like this so it's even all around. And I'm going to press E and then S. Scale it up to this point. Press S and then X. And scale it outwards like that. Alright, so this is pretty much going to be the rubber band that we see over here. But as you can see, we have to make it more smoother. So let me just take, let me take both of these. Press S and then Z. I'm going to scale it down to about here. I'm going to take those 4. That is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's scale them all down so they're even, like that. And I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to scale those down as well. Come on. Also in the Z axis, very down, like that. And you know, let's get rid of those edges and let's add them in ourselves. So let's just get rid of all of them. Like that. I'm basically just selecting them right now. Alright, there we go. So dissolve those edges and let me see. Alright, let's recalculate the normals. Alright. Let's take this one as well and recalculate the normals just in case. Now let's go back to this one. Now let me see. Let me add in about, I don't know, maybe 10 loop cuts here. Deselect these ones and dissolve them. So we'll have to add 10 in this area as well. Deselect the top and the bottom and then dissolve the rest. And then let me see. Let me add in 3 here. And then let me dissolve these. Let me deselect these ones. Or let's just leave those 3 in the middle. Let's add in 3 here as well. And that is looking good. Alright. Okay. So now all that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to scale it up some more because I think it's too small. Let me get over to the back. I'm going to scale it in the x-axis as well, just a little bit more, and there we go. Alright, let me hide this one, take this, go over to the back view. I'm going to change the, what do you call it? Okay, so it's on face selecting. I mean, the snapping element is set to face. Just make sure project individual elements is enabled, and then press G. Well, first of all, let's add in about 4 more in the middle here on each side. And then press G, hold control, and press enter, like that. Alright, so with that done, I'm going to press E, and then Y. Now I'm going to extrude this out to about this point. Let's press Alt and H to bring everything back here. Now let's take this one. Let me see, I'm going to pull it out some more. That is to about here, like this. Alright, I'm going to press Ctrl and I. That is the vertices, is what I mean. Let's go to vertex select mode, press Ctrl and I. And I'm just going to insert the faces here. A little bit like that. And I'm going to insert it again. And then press X and delete the faces. Alright, now I'm going to press Ctrl and R3 here. I'm going to add one over here. Add another one over here. And let's just click on Object and select Shade Smooths. Alright, very nice. So what I'm going to do now is to add in 2 in the middle here. Just to, flatten things up a little bit. And there we go. So I'm going to take this one. Let me just add one over here. Take this, press G twice, slide it in like that, and press G twice, and slide it down like that. Alright, so not bad. You can see that is actually looking great. Except this side is actually pulling out too much. So let me just hide this one over here. And I'm going to take all of this and pull it in the y-axis like that. Alright, let me pull it in a little bit more. Now let's press Alt and H to bring everything back. And it should still look great. And there we go. Alright, so that is the first hinge. Now it's pretty much the same thing we're going to be doing up here. All we're going to do is we're going to take these two and duplicate it, and I'm going to move it up here and then move this area around just to create the gap even much bigger, just like we did with this side. And then we're going to rotate things around to sit on this area. So why I'm saying this is because I'm not going to be recording this because it will take too much time. This is where I'll be ending this video, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video where we'll be creating the rest of the pieces we see here. That is this one and the lights up there. So I'll pretty much see you guys in the next video.